Hi everyone, Scott from ColourSpace here. Time for another episode of Take 5 with Art, where we take the moment to stop, smell the roses, or in this case, look at a piece of artwork, and just give ourselves a bit of that mental break from the daily grind. So, pens down, keyboards aside, let's take 5 with art. So the piece we're looking at today is O'er the Wild Mountains by Melbourne-based artist Erin Katherine Cookson. Erin is a third culture kid, and what she means by that is she was raised in a culture outside of her parents. Her father is American and her mother Irish-Australian. However, she was actually raised in Borneo. This is where she found her passion for painting, in particular her subject matter of mountains. A lot of her works feature mountains because she has a real connection with the sacredness and the often meditative qualities that come with mountains, and is associated as such by many cultures around the world. O'er the Wild Mountains is, of course, a watercolor painting. The layers of paint that you see here is called a wash. And what Erin has done here is layered these washes of paint to create this soft and luminous effect. And this is something that watercolor is designed to do. This is why you can see the middle mountain appearing through the mountain in front in that sort of shape down there. The marks that she's created through the mountains, like the white dots on here or the lines here, is what creates contrast for this artwork. So as with appreciating all artworks, there's always our 3 steps to follow. 1, straight up, do you like the piece? If not, then step 2, any particular elements that you like. And finally, if you still don't like it, 2 things. Either the art is intended for you to feel this way, and maybe that's a possibility, or you just don't like it, and you're totally okay to do that too. For me, I quite like this piece. I like the simple geometry that Erin has applied to give that bit of abstraction to the mountains. I like the color palette. And in particular, I actually really like how Erin has used these different marks on the mountains to create that textural change and to create that sense of depth. She's used obviously different heights to force that perspective so that you've got foreground and background. And yeah, I just find it enjoyable to look at. Erin's choice of mountains as a subject matter is, of course, a nod to her connection to them, of the fact that many different cultures do have that connection to mountains. So, such as in Machu Picchu, for example, which is on the top of this giant rock in the middle of like a big mountainous range, but when you're there, there is a real sense of place, of sacredness, and you could really just sit there and meditate for ages. And as such, a piece like this really does lend itself to being a meditative type of artwork, where you can sort of sit and just let your mind relax, unwind, and you can almost picture yourself sitting in one of these mountains. It's dawn, you're breathing in the fresh morning air and just letting your worries drift away. Went a bit meditation on you there, didn't I? But that's what a piece like this, I think, is good for. And not everything has to have a deep complexity to the artwork for it to be, profound or even interesting. And so, if you've got a few more minutes to kill, again, why don't you just hit pause on this video in a few seconds when you see the image in full, and just let yourself be taken away by this artwork. Otherwise, that's time. So get back to your work, and I'll see you next week.